Hello, Facebook, or anybody else watching this. The reason I say that is because my kids have been watching me do this the last couple of weeks, and my kids think that I need my own YouTube channel. And they're serious about this. I thought it was a joke at first, but now they're saying I need my own YouTube channel. So that's why I say Facebook or whoever else is watching this, because they've just about got me talked into it. So, I'm trying to multitask here and it's not going all that well. All right, so I'll let it be. So, normally I do this first thing in the morning, but last night I didn't sleep all that well, so I decided to stay in bed and be a little lazy this morning. Then I had to go run an errand, and now here we are. I actually just sat still for the first time since I got up this morning. But I wanted to point out a couple of things that I did for my own self-care. Is even though my morning didn't go as usual, I still made it a point to talk to 2 people today on the phone. And I have to say that there's an app that I'm using whenever I'm talking to people. It's called Google Duo, and it makes it to where it's like FaceTime for those of us that don't have iPhones. And it's awesome. I absolutely love it. So if anybody gets the app and wants to try it out, you can contact me, call me. If you just wanted to figure out how to use the app itself, I'll be your guinea pig. It's a really cool app. But I've been using that, and I think it's really helped me during the quarantine, where I can still have that social interaction with people. I'm still able to see people's face reactions, their expressions, and I think it's helping a lot. So I just wanted to pass that little tidbit of information on to you guys. To catch you guys up from last week. Last week, the kids and I were in the middle of an epic battle of Risk that we played Thursday night and on to Friday. And actually, Quentin did win. We didn't finish the game out. We actually called it because we played for another 3 hours on Friday. So we have decided to go ahead and keep going with our little Thursday family night, game night. So we'll probably be playing something different. If anybody has any ideas of games that you think our family should play, please let me know, because I'm totally up for any ideas, anything new, all that kind of stuff. So with that being said, before I do, I'm going to try to make it kind of short today. Just because I just didn't feel like doing it today. I'm doing it just because I'm holding myself accountable. I know me doing an attitude of gratitude is definitely beneficial. So even though I don't feel like doing it today, I'm forcing myself to. But I wanted to say that, Grayson, do your schoolwork, buddy. I wanted to say that for anybody that is interested in doing a little book study with me, Danny Robinette, and another friend of ours, Maggie, we're getting together and we're reading the book, 4 Agreements. It's a very short book. I know this is going to be in reverse for you guys, but this is what the cover looks like. It's a pretty thin, easy read. And what we're going to do is we're going to meet through a Zoom meeting on Friday nights at 7 o'clock. And we're going to talk about the first bit that we've read. So if anybody's interested in that, definitely let me know in the comments or send me a private message that you're interested, and I will make sure that you guys get the info to the Zoom meeting and all that good stuff. So I know that this book, I'm choosing to read it, but I know that this book is also on audio. Maggie, the one that's doing it with us, she's getting it on audio and going to read it that way with us. So I just wanted to share that, pass it along for anybody else that wanted to do this book study with us. It should be fun. I've been wanting to read this for a while now. All right. So something I wanted to talk to you guys about, that I just wanted to share my little tidbit of wisdom. Just something that kind of really struck a chord with me. This morning I was on the phone with my friend Danny, and we talk on the phone every single morning just about. And this morning, like, we don't normally talk on the weekends. It's normally Monday through Friday that we talk to each other. So this morning we were kind of catching up on how things went with our weekend, and we also talk a lot about what we're struggling with. And she had talked about how she's in this interesting phase of quarantine because she's like really thinking, like, when this is all up, what am I going to do? Do I go back to the job I have? Do I make some changes? Do I mix things up? Do I readjust my goals? And she has basically done a lot of soul searching on, you know, what makes her happy, what passions and desires does she want to pursue, that she wants to have in her future, you know, moving forward. Like, this whole quarantine has made her really think things. And she said something right after she's explaining all of this to me. She says, I feel like I'm going back to my roots. And I absolutely loved that because I could relate to it. Being this far into the quarantine, spending so much time with my kids, I definitely feel like I've gone back to my roots a little bit as well. The reason being is my older two kids, I homeschooled until they were in 2nd and 3rd grade. And I was home with them every single day. And now I have, you know, another little one that, you know, I'm working and not able to stay at home with him. I'm not able to homeschool this one. And to be quite honest, with his personality, I don't think I'd want to anyway. Because him and I just buck heads. But either way, there were things that I'm missing, like being able to sit down and have dinner with my kids, being able to cook. I just didn't have time to do all that before. Things like having family game nights. That wasn't a thing in anybody's schedule, was to do a family game night. That wasn't possible. And here lately I noticed that I've been cooking more, that I have been spending time with my kids, that I've actually sat down and I'm making time to read. The times that I didn't have to meditate, that I felt almost stressed out because I didn't have time to meditate, you know, now I have that time to be able to do it. Like, everything that I really hold a value to, my kids, being true to myself, you know, feeding my spirit, mind, and soul, all of that, I'm able to accomplish now. I went back to my roots. I went back to what I enjoy doing. Part of the reason why I personally stopped cooking so much is because, you know, I have an issue with my eating disorder, that, you know, if I'm going to cook it, I'm going to want to eat it. And whenever I cook, like, it's good stuff. So I really want to indulge. And it's a bit of a struggle for me. So I just made myself a deal. Like, during this quarantine, I'm going to do what I find joyful for. And if I eat and pack on some pounds, that's okay. This is only temporary. I'm going to rebalance. But right now, I enjoy making bread. Right now, I enjoy cooking for other people. So I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to feel guilty or punish myself for wanting to find joy and satisfaction on eating a meal with my family. And since I've gotten into that mindset, I have found such a good inner balance. You know, I just make sure that I am staying active, that if I'm not cleaning around the house, that I'm outside doing something, you know, and so that way I have a balance. But I just want to say, during this time, like, we need to cut ourselves some slack, just because of the fact that there's very few things, the real things that bring true absolute joy in my life are things that I need to do basic needs anyway. I need to eat. I need to hang out with my kids. I need to take care of myself. And those things, once I start doing those and stop feeling guilty about indulging in those things, all around, my mindset has been a whole lot better. So, I just thought it was really cool. If you're struggling right now with any of this stuff, try to make it a point to go back to your roots. What really makes you happy? What is it that you really enjoy doing? If it's helping other people, then find a way. There's what you're going to get creative. Think outside the box. Find a way to do it. If it's, knitting, then, make it a point. Bust out those knitting needles and, get some yarn and really embrace that passion. It's done me a lot of good, and I just hope it's done Danny a lot of good getting back to her roots. So I'm just saying, get back to what makes you happy. No matter how insignificant you think it is, it'll probably bring you a lot of joy. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to do the attitude of gratitude part of this. I do not have anything planned. So whenever you find yourself in this type of slump, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You can do something you're grateful for each letter of your name. You can do number 1 through 5, one thing that I'm grateful for, or one food that I'm grateful for, 2 people that I'm grateful for, and then, say 3 items I'm grateful for. You can do 1 through 5 and come up with it that way. But I think what I'm going to do today is I think I'm going to do 3, 3, 3. And it's 3 things that I'm grateful for, 3 things that I love about myself, and 3 things that I want to improve on. And the reason that I do this one is because it really sets my intention for the day. If I want to, and it's always funny, like if I want to improve on being patient, it's amazing how the universe will throw a lot of opportunities for growth at me. It's just the way it is. So I always have to be very mindful. Like if I'm wanting to grow and progress, I need to be very clear on what my intention is. All right, so 3 things that I'm grateful for. Today, I am grateful for my amazing friends. I've got some really good friends that check and call on me and reach out, and I've got some really, really good friends. Yes, sweetheart?
Are you looking for iron blocks to get this stuff that we need to get ready for school? Or are you looking for him?
I am. Go do your homework, please. So I'm grateful for, there was a little moment that I had with Grayson this morning, and he calls me into, like, we're in the dining room right now. So he calls me into the dining room and he says, Mama, I've got this egg for you. He goes, you got to shake it and then it's going to crack open. And so I shake this egg and it pops open, and there's this little monkey. That's right. There's this little monkey that was on the inside of it. And he says, close your eyes. And so I close my eyes. He goes, now put your hand on your heart. And, my eyes closed. I have no idea what this kid's going to do. And, if anybody knows me, like, I'm pretty spunky and sporadic. So my kids, like, you just never know. So he says, put your hand on your heart. And then he goes, now take a deep breath. My kid's been listening to me, y'all. Like, he's actually been listening to me. So I take that deep breath, and then the next thing is like, okay, now send it all your love. I was like, how cute. So I'm grateful for that moment that I got to have with him this morning. It was so adorable. It's nice to know that, what I'm saying to him all the time, like, it's actually going somewhere and it's taking a little bit of root. Because this kid, like, getting him to stay calm and fluid and taking that deep breath, and whenever he's in the middle of a chaotic moment, it's been a long time in the making to teach him how to do those coping skills.
And then...
So, hold on. Now you go do your homework, mister. So the other thing that I'm grateful for, and I think I said this last time, but I'm going to say it again, Roxana School District has been absolutely amazing with my kids. The teachers have stayed in really good contact with us. They have readjusted like crazy. even have helped out with food for some of the families. So like today I went and picked up food kits for each of my kids. And it's just I'm so proud to have my kids be involved in this school district. Like, they have really been a beautiful light in the community during this dark time. So those are my 3 things that I'm grateful for. So 3 things that I love about myself. One is that even though I get frustrated, I'm a really good mama. I am. I love that I am so down to earth with my kids. And it just helps that I can take a little bit of pride into that. Go sit down and do your homework, please.
When is the next page?
Go to the next packet. Something else that I love about myself is I have a really big heart for people. I do. You know, the part of the reason why I love Reiki and doing what I do for a living is just that Reiki is love, and I get to pump a lot of love into people. And I have a really big heart for wanting to see people shine the way that they should. So I really think that's pretty cool about myself. And then something else that I love about myself is I'm kind of a tomboy. I really like adventure. I like going hiking and camping and getting dirty, and I'm just a little bit of a tomboy. And that's something that I really like about myself, is I know that about me, and I don't mind embracing it. And then the other 3 was, so it's 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things I love about myself, and then 3 things that I want to work on today. And you know, if you decide to do this type of attitude of gratitude, you can go about it a bunch of different ways. It can be a list of achievements, or it can be things like, today I'm going to work on being more positive. Today I'm going to work on keeping my cool. Today I'm going to work on thinking and pausing before I speak. So it could be that type of deal, or it can be today I want to accomplish getting a part of the house clean. Today I want to accomplish getting that flower bed done in the yard. So you can do it, you know, however you want. But I just make sure that you can think outside the box here, whatever is more natural for you. So for me, I'm going to make a little combination here. Today I want to work on getting my house a little bit more cleaned. It's something that I did not have time to do when I was working all the time. So I've been working on it slowly and getting a little bit better. Holy crap, we have a lot of stuff crammed in like every corner of the basement and the garage. Like, I don't even want to go out there, but it's something that I'm going to be working on. Something else that I'm working on is getting those masks made. I still haven't started that yet, and I wanted to start that last week. And then the third thing that I want to work on, I want to work on making my mindset as calm as possible. I have noticed here lately that sometimes my headspace, like I get hung up on something that's not even that big of a deal, and I get very emotionally attached to whatever it is. So I want to make sure that I'm keeping myself in check. Like, really, I'm on quarantine. It's a forced vacation. Yes, I would much rather be working, but I get to spend time with my kids. I get to do pretty much, you know, whatever I want here at the house, as long as I stay here at the house. Like, this is good. This is good. I might as well make the best of it. So I want to make sure I stay in that mindset today. I want to have fun. I want to make the best of it. And I don't want to, I just want to make sure I keep my mindset the way it needs to be. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you can, get a chance to get outside. It is super sunshiny. It is a little bit chilly, but make sure you get a walk if you can. You know, do something that's going to make you smile, and do something that's going to make somebody else smile in the process. I love you all. Have a great day. Namaste.